Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And I'm here to discuss Everton's loss to West Ham United. It was Everton 1, West Ham 3. The first loss under Marco Silva, and it was a poor performance, really. Only a few bright spots, maybe. We'll get to that later. And it really caps off this really strange 2 weeks through the international break for Everton. Started with that draw to Huddersfield. And once the international break happened, it's like everyone all of a sudden had a string of injuries, starting, of course, the most important one, Seamus Coleman, who will be out, thankfully, shorter than what was expected. I hope he's fit for the Arsenal match. But it was a squad that eventually, a lot of people came back, and we thought that Calvert-Lewin would also be out because he picked up an injury playing for the under-21s. But it was just poor. It really was. Starting with Jordan Pickford, the first two goals, I believe he could have done better with, especially the first one. He was caught out in no man's land. The second one, let's be honest, it was a beauty of a goal by Yarmolenko. But Pickford's positioning was all wrong, and I don't know whether it's a World Cup hangover, whether he's fully sharp. I mean, it's been 5 matches already. I'm sure the rust is gone, but there are just these little mistakes that's been going on with his game, and the defenders too. Mason Holgate wasn't particularly good. He looks like he's been bullied around these past 2 weeks by big, strong center forwards like Munier and Arnautovic. Just too physical with him, and he can't keep up. Hoping Yerry Mina gets fit soon so we could see that partnership, just so we have another tall, strong body in there. Zuma did okay, but for the center halves, you have to have a really good partnership, and I don't think Holgate and Kurt Zuma is the answer. We still have Michael Keane out as well, with that hairline fracture on his head. John Joe Kenny replaced Seamus Coleman on the right, and he was good going forward, but not so much in the defensive side. Lucas Dean was excellent on the left-hand side. Put a lot of good crosses into the box, although Kenny did get the assist. What am I talking about? But like I said, going forward, he was good. Lucas Dean put a lot of good crosses into the box. He has a great left foot. And really, a lot of our chances are coming from wide positions. The only problem was, in front of Lucas Dean on the left was Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and who started on the left, and it was like there were times where I felt he wasn't on the pitch. I didn't see the number 29, and I'd forget who was on that left-hand side. And I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be rational, because it is, how do they say, it is early days. It only is 5 games into basically a new regime, but you can't tell that to fans, can you? So Calvert-Lewin was basically invisible. On the right, Walcott didn't look fit. He struggled to get forward. He tried. I give him all the credit in the world to try and get fit for this match, but he didn't really look like he was up to speed. The midfield is where there's a problem, and it's been documented, especially last season, that 2 defensive midfielders or 2 holding midfielders at home, they can't really do much, especially with how limited they are. Schneiderlin, because of circumstances, I can't really knock him for anything. I wish him well. But on the other side, Ghana, I noticed Idrissa Gueye ends up with the ball a lot at the top of the box, and he's not someone who you can rely on to, spring a pass forward, find a teammate, or shoot the ball. But that midfield has to be adjusted. Cenk Tosun is invisible. I don't know what's wrong with him. Again, he works hard, but he's just, whether it's a lack of service or a lack, which is a problem, or a lack of confidence on his part, he's just something is off with him. He has to start scoring, and he had that header that was really should have done better with in the first half. Had a play similar as well to what happened with against the match against Wolverhampton, where he had, I think it was Walcott ahead of him. If he just sent a through ball to him, and Walcott should have scored. He had that same type of opportunity. He carried the ball into the box. He had a winger ahead of him, but he decided to, take the shot himself, which, as a striker, it's what you do. But he muffed the shot. I thought he should have done better with that. He had one also where he went back from an offside position to get the ball, and the flag stayed down, but because the ball went off the defender, and he just skied it over the bar from point blank. He should have scored there. He should have scored there as well. But again, something has to change. Bernard did come on the left for who did he come on? I think he came on for Tosin and put Calvert-Lewin in the center. But something has to change next week for Arsenal. What I would do is I would drop Tosin. Really, I would drop Tosin for now, because we have to get someone who's scoring. And excuse me, Richarlison will be back for the Arsenal match, and he showed over the international break that he can play in that central role, that central striker role. He wore the number 9 shirt for Brazil, quite surprisingly. But I would put Richarlison in the center. I'd put Walcott on the right. I'd put Lookman on the left, because Lookman came on, he didn't touch the ball. But I'd put Lookman on the left, Richarlison in the middle, Walcott on the right. I would put Bernard right under the striker as that creative player, and I'd put Sigurdsson beside Idrissa Gueye as a number 8 position, because I feel if Gueye can be that shield in front of the back four, and you have Gylfi play the role that I guess Andre Gomez is supposed to play, but he's still not. I don't think he's anywhere close to being fit yet. But if we had Gylfi in the positions where Gueye would get the ball, I think we'd be able to create better chances and have someone like Bernard who can dribble the ball and then run past the defenders, dribble past the defenders easily. I think that would probably be a potential solution, but something has to change, because as currently constructed, there's a lot of imbalance. But big match against Arsenal next. I think it's at the Emirates. Big test. It's the first opponent we have that finished in the top 6 last season. I think they were 6th, exactly 6th. And they're also a team in transition, but we never play well down in North London, so it'll certainly be a challenge, and I hope to see better performance from the squad next week. Looking forward to it too. So if you agree with my comments or disagree, or let me know below, and like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Come on, you Blues.